watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Susanna Oktay. For our top stories, latest updates on COVID-19 status in Mongolia. Mongolia attends Expo Dubai 2020. A tribute ceremony was held on Mahatma Gandhi Street in Ulaanbaatar. For other news, stay tuned. On Monday, the Ministry of Health reports that 1,501 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed and 14 more people have died.
In the past 24 hours, 1,501 new cases were confirmed and 6,239 patients have recovered. Unfortunately, 14 patients, 8 women and 6 men died of COVID-19 complications. Out of the new cases, 751 confirmed in Ulaanbaatar city and 749 were confirmed in the rural provinces. At hospitals nationwide, 22,429 COVID-19 patients are being treated. Out of the 13,428 show mild symptoms of illness and 374 are in critical condition. Additionally, 59,045 patients are being treated at home under supervision from first-level family hospitals. Health officials advise people not to invite people over their places nor participate in any kind of public event and keep taking precautionary measures thoroughly.
Trees play a critical role for people and the planet. Numerous studies have demonstrated that the presence of trees can improve people's mental and physical health and that they are essential for healthy communities and people.
Rural herder Tumurcholong has been planting trees on his rangelands for about 10 years. He has planted trees on around 9 hectares so far. The idea to plant trees was inspired by U.S. farmers when he traveled to the United States in the 2000s.
When I visited the United States, I saw how American ranchers planted trees around the pastures. I came back and talked to the local authorities, but no one was interested in this expertise. And finally, in 2007, they solved the irrigation issue and we started planting trees.
There are 64 hectares of land and around 14 hectares have trees planted on them. We also grow vegetables and berries on some of the land.
In 2018 through 2020, for 2 straight years, Dondro province suffered from drought and sandstorms.
I think it's now time to promote sustainable herding. Herders should grow the number of their livestock by first taking into consideration the capacity and potential of the surrounding environment. Now herders are starting to understand that it's difficult to maintain a high number of livestock during environmental degradation and climate change.
Herder Tumurcholong says that despite drought and environmental degradation, he has no difficulty herding his flock of around 200 sheep. He added that it seems like it's been raining more often since people have started growing trees.
Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
President Hurulsuk presented the letters of credence to the newly appointed ambassadors of Mongolia to some foreign countries and wished them success. In specific, Dawa Surung, ambassador to the Commonwealth of Australia, Ulaanbaatar, ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, Irtandawa, ambassador to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Surejov, ambassador to the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, and Kambot, ambassador to the Republic of India, received their credentials. The president instructed the ambassadors to always respect the fundamental national interests, pursue foreign policy, work actively for the promotion of the country abroad, attraction of investment, and practicing foreign relations to their optimal potential. He also emphasized the importance of providing all possible supports to Mongolian abroad, teaching the Mongolian language to their children, and passing on the national history, culture, customs, and traditions.
The World Expo Dubai 2020 has opened in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The exhibition will be open for 6 months from October 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022 under the motto Uniting the Mind and Building the Future. Mongolia's decision to participate in the exhibition was made by the government back in 2018 and preparations for the exhibition were organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Mongolian National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. As part of the overall theme, Expo Dubai 2020, the Mongolian pavilion will showcase tourism, environment, climates, customs, traditions, historical sites, and promote Mongolia's investment, environment, and opportunities. As part of the exhibition on November 16, 2021, it is planned to hold the National Day of Mongolia and a business forum to create opportunities for cooperation and the exchange of experiences. On the occasion of the 25th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the United Arab Emirates and Mongolia, an embassy will be opened this year in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates.
To commemorate the 152nd anniversary of the birth of Mahatma Gandhi, the Embassy of India in Mongolia held a tribute ceremony on Mahatma Gandhi Street in Ulaanbaatar.
To commemorate 152nd birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, who is widely recognized as one of the 20th century's greatest political and spiritual leaders, a solemn ceremony was organized by the Embassy of India in Mongolia on Mahatma Gandhi Street in Ulaanbaatar. During the ceremony, Ambassador MP Singh highlighted the importance of Gandhi's philosophy of peaceful coexistence and non-violence, political ideology, and valuable contributions to India's struggle for freedom.
Mahatma Gandhi, is somebody who is a world icon of peace and non-violence and compassion. Somebody who is taken as a world leader, not a leader from India. He was born in India, but of course, his thoughts, his philosophy, and his teachings are relevant as they are today, as they were 152 years ago. Today, we are gathered here to commemorate the 152nd birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi in a place which is Mongolia. World across, people love Mahatma for his simplicity, for someone who, without being a leader, could transform societies and nations and principles of governance, making them more humane and society-oriented, with a very balanced approach, looking towards environment which is sustainable, looking towards something that is green, and all of this makes him a different leader.
According to the United Nations General Assembly resolution of June 15, 2007, the International Day of Non-Violence is observed on the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi on October 2nd. The day is an occasion to disseminate the message of non-violence through education and public awareness, and to reaffirm the desire for a culture of peace, tolerance, understanding, and non-violence.
This is not only the birthday of the Mahatma Gandhi, this is the International Day of Non-Violence, which started to celebrate in Mongolia since 2007. Last more than 15 years, we are celebrating this anniversary in Mongolia and Ulaanbaatar. The main principle of the Mahatma Gandhi was ahimsa. Ahimsa means that don't make any harm to anyone. So that while fighting with the British people, fighting with other people, don't make any harm. Just we should do through the negotiation, through the discussion, we should solve this matter, this problem in India. It was the main gesture of that Mahatma Gandhi's theory, non-violence.
After observing a 1-minute moment of silence in memory of the victims of the COVID-19 pandemic and for world peace, floral tributes were offered in front of the Mahatma Gandhi statue by Khamp Nomonkhang of Gandham Monastery and Ambassador of India to Mongolia, His Excellency Mr. MP Singh. In addition, Member of Parliament and Chairperson and Vice Chair of the India-Mongolia Parliamentary Friendship Group Saran Chimik, Members of Parliament Ondrum and Edsha, Khamp Lamas from the Shodlang and Pitup Monasteries, Director of the Center for Indian Studies Professor Nyamdava, and former Ambassador of Mongolia to India Gambolt attended the ceremony along with a small gathering of members of the Indian community in Mongolia, which was held in accordance with COVID-19 prevention measures.
Here's the currency exchange rates provided by Bank. And here's the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with more stories and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.